Hello, my loves. I'm feeling all sorts of warm and cozy, just like I'm baking a cake. Baking a big old yummy cake.
Well, you are.
Betty Crocker. You are baking a cake.
Welcome back to the Give Them Lala podcast. So venturing back into what we spoke about on the bonus episode, for those of you living under a rock, Give Them Lala does bonus episodes now that air every single Monday, and you get both the audio and video all in the same day. Don't even gotta wait.
Wow.
But I am expecting my second child.
Yay!
As we spoke about. We have mom back. Wow.
Why?
This was a big
special.
one, though. You
Yes.
had to be here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I even
Biggest of
hired
big.
someone to come here to help with Ocean.
We appreciate you, Lise. We know your time is valuable. So
You guys are so sweet. I love coming. I love the
Yay.
banter.
Yes. So I'm 14 weeks pregnant. I do not know the gender yet.
But we all have bets out.
Everyone has bets out, and some
Who
people
has
are
bets
calling
out?
it
Me.
her. Some
What do
people
you
are
guys-
calling it she.
state right now. What do you guys think? Let's get it on record.
I think it's a boy.
Okay.
What do you think, T?
Well, I don't know. I just called it a she not too long ago. So,
Okay.
But I'm wanting a boy.
I know. There's a
You know
lot
what?
of pressure.
I just want a healthy baby. I will be thrilled if it's a
Yeah,
little
I just want a
girl,
healthy baby. I mean, if
But
it's a little girl,
I
great.
just, in my gut, I feel like it's a boy.
This is what I told Stassi. I said to her, if it's a boy, I'm going to be so excited. It's going to be like a new experience. I'm going to be a little bit nervous because it's the unknown, right?
Mhm.
If it's a girl, I will have a sigh of relief. Not because I don't want a boy, but because I know what to expect. I'm a Virgo.
Yes.
I like to know the drill, you
Right.
know? And also we cleaned out the office and I have tons of bins full of like little baby crop tops for girls. And I'm like, oh,
But you have lots of
Boys
Nikes
can wear-
for
I was
boys.
just about to say,
I
maybe you
do.
can wear them
Yes.
playing soccer.
I told
and
you
I
know?
also have a lot of sperm left over. So we can always go for round 3,
See,
you know?
So what is your official
Look at my
guess?
mom. She's like,
Good.
oh no, let's just get through 2.
Let's just get this one here.
Pop this one out first.
Do you have an official guess? Because you are, I don't
I'm
know.
thinking girl. I'm
You're
thinking
thinking
girl. Mm-hmm.
I will not be guessing you guys because I know the gender.
Yes,
And
Mind
that's
she
you,
does.
sucks.
I know the gender. I'm the only one. I got the call a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I have the best poker face. So
Yeah, so
She
let's move
does.
on because
Yeah.
she's
Well,
been
and I
killing it.
almost saw in
Her notes.
Jess's notes yesterday.
yeah, I have like a.
Had I
note.
had my glasses on,
well, maybe
If she would have
not.
had her eyeball, she never reads anything. Don't worry, you're good.
Yeah,
Let's move on. I really don't want to find out right now.
you're not going to find
no.
out.
we're not.
Okay.
So you have
Some
questions.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about it.
Was there anything, and this is actually could be for all three of you. Was there anything that made you apprehensive about having a sperm donor?
For me, no.
For me,
Good.
I'm sitting on the sidelines, but for me, no.
my partner had no
Backseat
worries at
driving.
all. No, honestly, I didn't. There was nothing that was making me think that I didn't want to go this route. And then I went through the California Cryobank
Right.
to secure this donor. And just any questions that I had, I think my biggest thing was making this baby's life as like normal as possible. Luckily, like I said in the bonus episode, we live in LA, right? So like you've got moms and dads that all look different, talk different, hit different. Like it's just very progressive. And I really enjoy that. Like I fit in here. My family
And you
fits
have
in
moms
here.
and moms and dads and dads.
That's what I mean. Like we're just here spreading love to our kids, right?
Right.
Doesn't matter. So for me, I'm really grateful that I live here. But the outside world, and we all know with social media, is very present, you know? Like, so I think my biggest things were like asking California Cryobank about other people who are like me, who have come in, they've chosen to be single parents. And like, no, I don't want to say the cons, but like what difficulties have they faced? And what questions have kids asked? Because you never know who you're going to get, right? Like Ocean truly does not give a damn.
Mhm.
Does not give a damn. Some kids are very aloof. This kid could come into the world and be like, I have no questions at all. I'm just thrilled to be here.
Right.
Or I could have a kid that comes into the world. He's like, where's my dad? And then I'm like,
You point to everyone around you and say your dad is all these people.
You just say you've got a tribe, honey.
I know,
You
but
got a
like how
tribe.
like here's the one thing that
I'd
I
say
look
we
at.
just do things a little differently. We're more of a pod, honey.
But like for you to go out of your way to do it this way, like for a child, I would be like, wow, I don't need a dad because she wanted me so bad she took this route.
Oh, I love that.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and I
So
hope
like,
that
that's how I look.
see, and that's what I hope that they focus on rather than like how selfish you didn't even think about me and what I may have needed. And then it's like a whole, you know?
Well, their needs will be met. I'm here for a father figure if they ever need that. You know, like every base is, you know, is
That
covered
male
on
figure,
this.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
and she's
Mhm.
got Brandon. She's got, you know,
You
Drake
keep
and
saying
Lola.
she. You keep saying she.
That is so
Isn't it
interesting.
wild?
And the
I don't
husbands.
know. I think
What
it's
do
a
the
girl now.
husbands
I don't
say?
know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
she
keep
has the
hoping-
husbands.
I'm gonna keep calling it a she, and then hopefully I'm
This
proven
is
wrong.
wild.
This is new, you
That
guys.
is weird
It
that
is
you're
new.
calling it a she.
Why? Did
Why?
I see something? Did I have
I
a
know. He
I
did
know.
change of heart?
very interesting.
But well, whatever it is, I'm going to love this child no matter what.
I
But
know,
it's going to
and
be a very
We
loved
just want a
child
healthy
as well.
little bean.
Yeah.
That's all we care.
No, I don't care either way. And I know that
No.
sounds so corny, but I think any parent who has, you know, Ocean at 20 weeks, it was like, she's not growing. So
Mhm.
we're a little concerned. And literally after that, it was like, please just come to the world
Be healthy.
After that, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't become a mass murderer, like, I don't care what you, but just be a healthy person when you come out, please. And we got that. So that's all I want to.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before
We were
this?
talking about just apprehension, if you guys had any, and it sounds
No.
like no.
I know it doesn't seem like I am a woman of God and prayer based on the podcast. But I prayed a lot about this and it just always felt right. And I trust my gut and I never got a pit in my stomach and it never felt like I never felt uneasy. So,
And she has a friend that's doing the same process.
well, that's wild. So Ariana's friend Meredith, who also has a podcast, she and I have gotten very, very close. And Ariana didn't tell me much about Meredith, but come to find out, she is using her friend to be the donor. And her mom is going to help her raise the baby because she also is just in a similar place that I am in life where it's
and
like I
she's
don't
moving from another state. Her mom is selling her houses.
selling everything.
Yeah.
She's in the midst of selling her homes and all the things to move to
Make the
California.
trek.
So as much as I want, it's definitely not a super common thing, but there are more and
It's
more
more
women.
common than we think.
Well, that's true, but also California Cryobank said women in your position, there's about 10%, which is not a huge number, but I mean, I want to say at least half of women out there are single parents, are single moms.
Well, and you have a lot of friends that are freezing their eggs because they haven't found a significant other.
Well, a lot of my friends who are freezing their eggs, by the way, are like, I feel like you've kind of got it figured out. I'm like, I have the recipe and it hits, tastes great. Like, I do have it figured out.
Right. Can we should mention too that percentage might also be based on, which I know you've said so many times, that's why I'm mentioning it here. It is it's a privilege to be able to do the process, you know?
I'm really happy that you brought that up because it definitely is a privilege to go and get a donor. And there are levels, and I'm going to have someone from the California Cryobank come onto the podcast.
I'm so excited.
For like a
I'm
walk.
really excited too to actually break it down and talk about how it works. I've realized that just like conceiving a baby, whether you get a donor or have a husband or whatever it may be, is actually a privilege and a luxury. Because
Yep.
it is, when I walked into the fertility clinic, because my OB was like, I'd much rather have you go through a fertility specialist. Those rooms were packed with men and women, you know, obviously struggling to get pregnant. So you do.
Well, your dear friend.
That was a tough one for me. One of my dearest friends who deserves to be a mom more than anything, who has a beautiful marriage, has a beautiful relationship with her stepkids.
And what
it is
she's
her.
always wanted.
And what she's always wanted, right? And me going into the process of IUI, which she has also been doing, but she's struggling getting pregnant. And I come out of it one session in, And I was talking to her mom and she was like, have you told her? And I was like, I don't know that I want to tell her yet.
Yeah. Because you feel, which is not, I'm just trying to put words
She
to
was
this.
so happy for me, by the way.
Of course. But did you feel any sort of, I don't know if guilt would be the word, but like a sadness, a guilt of like, why me?
Yeah, I feel that way a lot. It's
Okay.
like I had no problem getting pregnant with Ocean, and then look at what my life turned into. And here my best friend has like the perfect everything for a baby to be in. Like a healthy marriage that her parents would be in or his parents would be in. My life is like so freaking weird and beyond the norm. And it's like, here's babies so easily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful, but I'm like, I don't understand.
But it was bittersweet telling her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so too. It wasn't the funnest part of telling people. She's my best friend, but I really didn't want, it was like I didn't want to tell. Are you crying?
Oh.
She deserves one.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you said, she was so happy for you. And from what I know of her, I know that's genuine. You know, she's probably overjoyed and she's on her own personal journey. You're on yours. And I'm happy you two still get to share that with each other.
And
Yeah.
her mom
Yeah.
is like my dearest friend.
Yeah.
And she's like always making Ocean, she and her mom, like the most amazing, like, she's just beyond talented.
Well, her mom
Like-
is like Ocean's second grandma.
Yeah, Nana Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and they're coming out for Ocean's birthday. So yes, I have learned that getting a donor is a very huge luxury. Getting pregnant and having a child in general has become a luxury. And it is a privilege, and I do not take it for granted.
Well, I know you don't. And it's beautiful to hear you guys talk about it. And it's been beautiful to hear you talk about it since then. And just since you touched on it, this was one of my questions. But so I know that we're going to have someone from the California Cryobank on in down the road a little bit. We teased in the bonus episode that you guys will see sort of some donor stuff on Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
And so that will be the California Cryobank episode will be a bonus episode where you guys can write in all your questions after the episode airs. So this
It'll
will
be in a few weeks. And
Yeah.
I've had people from Bravo and even just our production team sending me messages being like, we've already seen the episode. I have not.
Yeah.
And they say that it's like a really sweet, really funny, really fun, and just like a very well-rounded thing.
I
that
just
we
got
did.
But it was
goosebumps.
fun to do.
It was
you know,
so
It was
much
so
fun.
fun.
I'm
was-
really excited for you guys to see like how I made this experience and choosing to go the route of a sperm donor very personal to me and the people around me, because you know, it is different than how I conceived Ocean and how most people conceive, and so I wanted to bring as much love into the process as I possibly could.
And it shows. And I'm so excited for everyone to see it. With that being said, really quickly, just in case people are curious, before you went through this journey, my thought was, I was completely uneducated. So my thought was, so she'll meet with the California Cryobank once, and then she'll have an appointment. The next time, there will be a wall of people. She'll go this one. She'll get inseminated the day of. So
wall of
how
people.
does, like a quick, I know we'll have someone on to go into detail, but a quick step-by-step, how does the process work? You decide, and then sort of how many appointments? Are there like 30 appointments? Does it take 5 months? Does it take a week?
Well, with the California Cryobank, I called them. They walked me through the process. We set up my profile to where I could then access donors. And again, there's levels. So they'll talk. I want the actual like
Professional.
professional
Yeah.
to come in and talk about it. But I remember just knowing like I found my donor. And it's so interesting because, and I'm not going to use his name or who introduced me to this person, but I had a friend who had her eggs frozen by this doctor.
Yes.
And when this doctor thought he was going to be on Vanderpump Rules, he wanted me to call him directly. He was a fertility specialist. When that was no longer a possibility, we were done filming. I texted him directly, as he told me to, back when we were filming. And just saying, like, I've secured my donor and I'd like to come in and start the process of testing and getting you in contact with the California Cryobank. And he said, please call my office directly and speak with my receptionist. And I knew right then, I was like, you're not my doctor. You're like one of those you wanted to be on TV. And like, I don't roll that way. This is my Vanderpump Rules is very much real, but this is like my real life that when cameras go down, like you and I are going to be dealing with each other. So like, I'm good on you.
Mm-hmm.
I asked a couple people who I knew had used surrogates, and they directed me to this doctor who is so incredible. I don't know if he wants to be out there, so I'm not going to say his name, but he was so fantastic, you guys. I was obsessed with him. And just the way that he spoke to you, he was calm but matter of fact, and he had already dealt with California Cryobank, which the other doctor, California Cryobank, was like, I don't know who that is. So I liked that they had dealt with each other before.
It was really smooth.
The
whole process was so smooth.
Smooth.
Good.
So once I had the donor on lock, then it was just me dealing with the fertility specialist.
Okay.
And the reason I went to the fertility specialist was they really want to track you because they know that there's only a certain amount of vials that you have. And they said it could take between 5 and 7 times to actually get a positive test. So we got very, very lucky that it was the first try. But there was a lot of testing that was involved. I didn't have to do any shots. So again, I did IUI. I did not do IVF. There was no freezing of the eggs, creating embryos. It was basically, and I know it sounds abrupt, it was like scientific sex. It was legs open and a syringe with like this tube that goes in.
Are
Like
you
a big
awake?
old turkey baster.
Yeah.
Are you awake?
You're awake.
You're awake. Do you feel it?
Nothing.
You don't feel. Do you? I'm going to ask this question because this is one of the first.
What?
Do you sit there and let it soak?
Yes. They put a timer on for 10 minutes.
Okay, and you lay down.
Yeah, and they
you
said
don't legs up or anything
No, they
to
hang
make
you
sure
from
it-
your feet.
You don't like.
No, I just like laid there and they were like, no working out today. And I was like, that won't be a problem. You don't need to
worry
twist my arm
about
to not work out.
A couple months from
Is
that.
there? You know how sometimes you have sex and someone will come inside of you. There's a little dripping afterwards. Was there any of that?
Yes. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So semen dripping out of your vagina.
Ooh.
Wild. No,
wish you
this
wouldn't have
is.
said
That's
any
why
of
I
that.
say it was like scientific sex.
Oh my
Was
gosh.
Lisa in the room?
Yeah, she was in the room.
For the procedure, I was.
I
Wow.
pass out with stuff like that. It was less of like be in the room with me. It was more of like I could die. I could seize.
And I loved when we went.
I did seize when I had Ocean. They put the
Oh,
needle in my
yeah.
arm, and I literally yes, and we flew my mom out because it
'Cause
was
you-
traumatizing.
Oh my
So
God.
yes, my mom was gonna be in the room when they showed me what was gonna be inside. I was like. Now I've taken some dick, but like this is very long
Show us
and
the
very
size.
skinny.
Show us the size. Show us the size.
probably-
No, you're lying.
Are you talking about the syringe?
Well, the syringe was like that,
Yeah.
but then it goes in the tube,
tube.
that's like that.
So
Yeah.
we're
And
saying
like
10 inches.
like a needle dick,
Wait, was it?
No, I'm
Is
sick.
it like a floppy?
a
or
little floppy.
Yeah.
Does it? So
Yeah,
it like
was-
goes
was-
up and it
Yeah, it
snakes
was
in.
not a stiff tube.
Yeah, but my mom was not in the vaginal area.
No.
my
So-
mom was
no,
up.
I was up in the.
I thought you were guiding the tube.
So
No. But didn't he have
You
the
guys-
ultrasound on when he was doing it?
Well, the reason he did that was because they wanted to see if the follicle was open. And he saw like this follicle is open, you're gonna be ovulating today. So here we go, and like let him swim away.
This is a fun question. Do you have a name? Whether it's a boy or a girl, do you have a name? Did you have this name picked out forever ago? Is it always changing? I know people always want to people always want to know if you have a name picked out.
I have one for a boy and one for a girl. Yes.
And you're set on him.
I'm pretty set on
Yeah.
them.
How do you
because
feel about him?
I love him.
How about you, Easton?
I really love them.
Okay.
yeah. The girl name is a little bit different.
Okay.
Very different.
Okay.
I would say the boy name is
It's
different and
different,
like
but it's
cool and swaggy.
I think they're both
Yeah.
really cute names.
yeah.
Okay. Amazing. So we've got a name picked out. TBD.
And now
on
we
that.
just need to see what the babe is. Okay, so I'm not really a fix it myself kind of girl. So when it comes to fixing stuff around my new house, I am definitely not the one who's going to do that. That's where American Home Shield comes in. With AHS, you can protect all those things you don't expect, like leaky faucets or faulty water heaters, which gives you more control when parts of covered appliances or home systems break. So those kinds of not so good surprises won't break your bank. Choose a plan that works for you and your budget. And when a covered item in your home breaks, contact American Home Shield, and their trusted and qualified pros will fix or replace it. Based on the coverage limits in your agreement, American Home Shield has helped homeowners get their home back up and running for more than 50 years and covers the items you use every day, like HVAC systems, electrical, plumbing, and kitchen and laundry appliances. So go to ahs.com/GTL now to save $50. That's ahs.com/GTL for $50 off any plan. American Home Shield. Protect what you don't expect. See ahs.com for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. Life is crazy, and I know you all feel me when I say that. Between parenting, working, taking care of household chores, trying to spend time with family and friends, there aren't enough hours in the day, and a lot of times there's not enough energy to get it all done. That's why I love Liquid IV. I need that boost of energy and the 8 vitamins and nutrients in Liquid IV. And of course, the electrolytes. Liquid IV has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, and it's sugar-free. Liquid IV helps me feel revived and ready to take on life. It also tastes amazing. I'm obsessed with the strawberry lemonade right now, but they've also got white peach, green grape, lemon lime, watermelon, tropical punch. The flavor list is endless. Liquid IV comes in pre-measured stick packs. You pour 1 pack into 16 ounces of water and drink. It's really just that easy. And we all need easy, right? Staying hydrated is one of the best things you can do for yourself. However you hydrate, grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco or get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use my promo code LALA at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Superior Hydration today using promo code LALA at liquidiv.com.
For this one, what are you most excited about this pregnancy and maybe most nervous about or least excited about?
I think what I'm most excited about is that I've done a newborn before. Like when you first have a newborn, you're like, how do I keep it alive? I got lucky with the breastfeeding. And by the way, it will be a travesty if a man does not enjoy these tickled bitties while I'm pregnant.
Them
For
one-sock
real.
titties.
Do you want him to suck on them and suck out the milk?
Oh,
Sure, that's hot.
No.
That's way
No.
hot.
Guys love that, by the way, because it's got like a lot of vitamins in it. I've heard that, right? Lisa's like,
I'm
I
at a
don't know.
loss. I haven't heard that.
Well, you want to know what's weird?
I know
is
it has a lot of vitamins and that, but
it's really
but
good for zits too.
yes.
You put it on.
Yeah, I'm
yourself.
ready for the milk to come in because I'm having hormonal breakouts, and I'm like, I really need some breast milk for this for this acne.
So the milk isn't in. That's a.
No, but
At what
They're
week
big.
do you start juicing?
I don't
Yeah.
know. What was it with Ocean?
Well,
January.
You get what is
January I
colostrum?
leaked the
Colostrum
colostrum
comes
because I
first,
remember
and that's really
That's
good for
so
the baby.
good for.
we
and,
were in
yeah.
Miami, remember, and I busted into your room, and I had these like leaking tits, and I was like,
The thing that you were so lucky about is you had so much milk, where me, I had very little milk when I had both these kids.
You did. So did my
yeah,
mom.
and I had a little bit of postpartum depression, and yeah, a whole nother.
I'm eating my
avenue.
placenta again, 112%.
Yeah.
Amazing. We have to reach out to that company.
Yes, put it in a what is it?
Capsule?
Encapsulated or
Mhm.
whatever. And yes, I'm doing that. But also, I've heard people who had pandemic babies like I did, they breastfed and they were like totally different experience as a working parent, just so
Yeah.
you know. Like, don't feel bad. Because they're like, how long did you breastfeed Ocean? I was like, we were pushing into 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
long
like,
time.
don't feel bad if it's not the same with this one. And I'm like, all right, that's fine.
So then, did
I'd
we
like
end?
to know if Taylor Swift was breastfed.
Why?
Because she's a star. So if she was breastfed, how long? Because I'm doing that.
Were you breastfed?
That could completely kill my theory.
Well,
Was
you said
Lala-
you didn't have a lot of
but
breast
I
How
milk.
long?
alternated with formula for 6 months. I didn't have a lot of milk.
So then no.
And 6 weeks with Easton.
I'm talking about
6 weeks.
real breastfed
I didn't have
Down
6
home
weeks. No wonder.
breastfed.
Holy shit! Everything that just said was answered with that.
Cornbread, titty fed.
I tried to pump the whole 9
Well,
yards.
you needed to toothpaste it. Squeeze from the base.
Cornbread and titty fed.
Cornbread and titty fed. Okay, but did you even say you're most excited and most nervous about?
The most excited I am for
Titties.
it is that the titties.
The big old titties.
No, but that I'm not going to be as nervous.
Okay.
That's going to be really, really cool to be like, I just flopping it around because I'm going to know. Not really. I won't flop it around, but I'll be less nervous. What I'm hella nervous for is the 2 kids because everyone I ask when I see someone who has a kid Ocean's age and they're like, yeah, and then I have a 9-month-old, I'm like, be honest, what's it like? And then I tell this random person that I'm also pregnant and hope that they don't care about who I am and leak it to someone.
Is it the 1 is fun, 2 is 20 or
no,
whatever?
Can I tell you?
What?
Every mother, because they're usually like millennials like me, they go, 2 kids is no fucking joke. Every time. 2 kids is no fucking joke. That's what they always say to me. And I immediately look down at my stomach and go, great.
Oh.
By the way, I already have the night nurse on deck.
Amazing.
I know. Everyone, calm your horses.
Calm your horses.
Everyone
Calm your tits.
Calm your tits. My co-parent is 63. If you think we had to get here to the studio, we had to be up at 6:15, rallying a 2-year-old and the 63-year-old mom.
Which one was harder?
The mom. Ocean was chilling. Burberry jacket on, bun up.
Ready?
She's ready to go.
Is she in the vicinity? Are we able to get her on and see what she thinks
She's in the
about
vicinity,
baby?
yeah.
That could be a good.
She's just
I
burning
have a
Westwood one to the
question.
ground.
I have a question. What cravings do you have?
Oh, that's a good one.
Not a one.
Not one.
Actually, I lied. A lot of apple juice.
Really?
I love apple
Not
juice.
half and half.
I'm gonna get you Martinelli's apple juice because that shit hits different.
Ooh, shout out
Is that
Mark.
the one
It's
you're
my
hitting?
favorite one.
Mark Nelly's.
Martinelli's,
Oh.
you son of a bitch.
Mark Nelly's. That was so much
Don't throw some
confidence.
disrespect.
I looked right at the camera and said,
How do you
Mark
not-
Nelly's.
How do you not know Martinelli's? I'm offended.
Oh my God, we're a mess. We're a mess.
Down at my shoe.
Oh no.
I can't breathe. Mark Nelly.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. A lot of us wish we had more time, but time for what? If time was unlimited, how would you use it? The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make it a priority. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so you can do more of it. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. Therapy can help everyone be the best they can be. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, and it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GTL today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/GTL. If debit is your go-to card, Discover thinks it's time you get rewarded too. So check out Discover Cashback Debit, a game-changing checking account with cash back on everyday debit card purchases. That's right, cashback isn't just for credit cards anymore. Whether it's gas, groceries, or dinner with friends, you can start earning cash back. And did I mention there are no fees? Period. Check out transaction eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
So having 2 would be the one thing that I'm like a little nervous about, but I think the night nurse is going to help tremendously.
Okay.
I will bring on, because Lisa B helps a lot with Ocean, but I'll
Yeah.
bring on another person to help with this babe.
Okay.
Because people think that I don't work and I just sit around and just podcast for an hour a day and then I go do whatever I want, but that's not the case. I
That's
actually do.
my
I actually
life.
She works her butt off.
She does.
We could always
I feel
work
like
a little
Ocean
harder,
is
but
gonna be a
I think I
big-
need more help. And my mom needs more help. She can't take care of a 3-year-old, 3.5. By the time the baby comes, Ocean will be 3.5. And I've heard that
She'll
like
be huge help.
I kind of timed it perfectly.
Yeah. Think how much help you were with me.
That's true.
Like
Little
I think about
mommy,
all the time,
yeah.
like all the like memories that I have really though are like me and you just like hanging out in the playroom.
Do you think it was legal for mom to leave me to watch you when
hell
I
no.
was like 10?
That's a big sister.
Hi, baby. How's your morning?
We have questions for you, Ocean
Definitely
Ken.
moved the light.
Hi, Goof.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi, Bubba's.
Okay.
Can you say hi?
Hi, Mommy. Do you want to ask Ocean? We want to know: are you excited for Mommy to have a baby? Can you tell us? Oh, she said no. I'm
What
not
do you
gonna
think
tell
mom's having? Do you think it's a boy or a girl? You don't know.
It's early in the morning.
Oh.
It's not that early. It's 9.
Well, for us, it's early.
She's very excited, and
Okay.
she says that she wants a little brother.
A little
A
brother.
little
Yeah.
brother.
You want
She's
a little
going to be a
brother?
great big sister.
She is like she'll go into the nursery, and she'll say, "I got this out of the baby's womb."
Aww.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry. I'm just talking. You don't need to worry about it. Okay? I know you're tired.
that's sweet,
So
babe. Okay. Well, okay.
she's a real star. Like
She's-
she's not just gonna show up and be
Yeah.
your show pony.
no,
Jessica.
she's not. She's not. She's gonna make me work for it, and I appreciate that.
Well, she told me that I left her in the dock. Speaking of, can we talk about last night?
yes,
Yeah, let's-
please. Let's.
What happened?
Yeah.
You got left in the dark.
So you guys, she is nocturnal for sure.
Let's hear it.
Last night, I get her all situated. I put her down for bed. She tells me she doesn't want a diaper. She wants big girl undies. And I said, okay, well, that means no Milky Bub. We stopped doing Milky Bub because of brushing the teeth and whatnot. And no Perrier bub. Like, you don't get a bub because you have big girl pants on. So I go to bed, and all of a sudden, I hear her chattering. And I'm like, that can't, I'm making it up. Maybe
Like
it's on the
talking?
TV. Oh, she's talking.
Okay.
And it's like midnight, you guys. So then it stops. I hear her again. So finally I go down to check on her. And she's now in bed with my mom. Lisa's snoring. And she's watching Seinfeld.
Ocean's
I left
Ocean's
the
watching-
TV on last night.
You what?
You're watching Seinfeld. I'm taking BTS.
She loves Seinfeld. She goes, Seinfeld makes me so happy.
It makes me happy too, baby.
But you guys, it was so cute because she got her stool. I brought a stool back from Utah.
my grandpa Bob carved it
Yeah.
by hand.
Papa Bob.
Yeah. And so she carries it everywhere to, to use the stool where,
Yes.
like,
It's
to
beautiful.
get in the kitchen cabinet, to get on my bed. So
Right.
she had moved that in the middle of the night. But this morning I got up and she had like played with the Buddha on the coffee table and literally turned it around.
So she's just up all night. Do you
So
go?
she's just
Did you go
walking around.
down there and say something to her? Or
Well,
no?
I didn't know she was rearranging the furniture at midnight. By the time I went down, she had tuckered herself out, gone in bed to watch Seinfeld. You
like
know?
she moved my earrings off my bedside table into her bedroom. Like,
Little
yeah.
thief.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. You are so silly.
Yeah.
You
so
really are.
she's
So-
quite busy in the evening.
Yes. In the evening. I wish it was the evening. She's napping still in the evening. So if anybody
so
has
funny.
like some advice for me on how to get it, you're the funniest. You're so funny, cute, and nice and smart. If anyone has advice, because at this point, I look at my mom and I go, I'm locking her in that room. I'm locking her in there. Because what else do you do?
Well, what
Lock her
else?
in.
Because I'd get nervous. What if she climbs on something?
What?
She doesn't like her door shut at night. She wants you to leave it open.
You want
She
it open.
has like these really cute lights on her bed. So it's not pitch black.
Santa comes all day.
Yeah, because you're constantly being threatened. You are
You're
going
on
to
the
be on
nice
the nice.
list? Okay.
Can
Yeah,
you?
because right now the only thing you have to do to get on the nice list is put your pajamas on, let me do your hair, and brush your teeth.
Easy.
You're a hoot. You're the coolest person I know. Oh,
You're the funniest and the
you're
coolest.
silly.
Gigi and Ocean are two of the funniest people in the
whoa.
world.
do you think I'm gonna love the new baby as much as I love Ocean?
I was going to ask you that, Gigi. I think you will. Gigi or you is the question.
Joe, are you joking? She talks about how she's gonna ditch me in the new baby with
I
Ocean.
tease Lauren and say, "Oh, I don't know if Ocean and I can fit that in our schedule."
She goes,
We're
because
gonna
me
be-
and O.
Yes, we will love this baby as much as we love Oshie Bug.
They will love and respect us, baby.
Yes.
No, and I'm looking at her going, you think Ocean's gonna want to be anywhere near you at the mall when she knows her baby brother or sister is
ice
at
cream
home?
with sprinkles always works.
That's very, very
vibes.
true.
Ice cream with sprinkles always works
Lauren,
for me as well.
Lauren and I are different. She threatens Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah.
I bribe her and say, if you eat your dinner, you get ice cream with sprinkles.
That's
If
what
you-
Gigi's are for.
And how does
Yes.
that work out for you, Lisa?
It's been doing great.
Really? Because I was watching you trying to shove the food into her mouth last night. And finally you said, she's eaten enough.
You didn't eat, did you?
She ate pretty well.
No, she did eat.
I couldn't deal. Because I was sick. Mom, do you want to talk about the guy who Venmo'd you or
Oh, yes.
Apple
So,
paid you $100
yes,
for the
so
Tell us.
striptease?
This was a few weeks ago. I got this picture of this man in a military outfit in the bathroom, the men's bathroom. And I should look it up, what he said. So,
No, it was the picture and then $100
and then an Apple Pay of $100.
What was the picture? The
Just a
military.
Picture of
him.
him, just
Yeah.
like this, in his military outfit. And then
the
my
Apple
mom
paid $100.
and my mom
Was he
said
hot?
he was
That
good
was
looking.
cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he looked real tall.
Okay.
And so Lisa said, "What's this for?"
Yeah.
And he said, "For the dance."
And I don't even go, you guys. I'm thinking mess hall. They had a cha-cha, whatever.
Did he fall asleep during the dance?
I
you
was
gave
gonna
him?
say if he Venmo'd you,
I'm like, oh, I redeemed myself in the dance department.
Wasn't her dancing.
$100, yeah.
No, it was clearly he went to a strip club and got a dance.
And got
What-
the wrong number.
What did you respond?
I asked him why
You're
he paid me
welcome.
$100,
No,
and
but
he
what
said,
he said for the dance.
and he
For
said,
the dance.
yeah, and I said, oh, it wasn't me, and he's
No, and then he explained as if maybe she didn't remember. So at that point, my mom's like, I'm going to donate the $100. So she donated it to a charity.
Okay.
of course a dog charity.
Oh,
Of course,
obviously.
of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Can you hear us in it? Oh,
Hi,
she's got
baby.
her headphones
Hello.
on. Well,
I get a
this
text
was a couple
yesterday.
months ago.
Yeah,
Well, now the strippers appeared. She
Oh.
wants her $100.
Oh, yes.
So the guy must have said, I sent it to this phone number.
yeah. And then so she asked me if I got it, and I said, yeah, I did. And I said I donated to charity. She goes,
She goes, yeah, I did. Oh, that's all Lisa
no, she said I did.
I did. You were there.
I was there.
I did.
It was
savage.
it was savage.
I did, and then
And
I said donated it to charity.
Yes, the stripper, by the way, said LMFAO. Like the stripper was being silly, and Lisa was so savage. She was like, "Did you get this $100 LMFAO?" And Lisa said, "I did. Nothing else." It was
Oh no.
amazing.
Then she followed it up, donated it to charity. And
What-
the girl writes back, sure.
Sure, she doesn't believe you.
Well, she doesn't
Well.
know me very well.
The next thing that I want to talk about is OMG.
What?
You guys, I went to Target the other night for nails because the TaskRabbiter was on a tight schedule and he did a lot. We talked about it.
Yeah.
He hung a lot of stuff. And so there were 2 pictures that I was like, don't worry about him hanging those, Mom, because I feel like you and I can take those. So we went to Target, and as we're walking past, because you know me, I cannot go to Target and not check out like the area where they have body wash, conditioner, lotion.
It's the best.
It's the best. Native. Have you heard of Native? They have
Yes,
deodorants.
of course, I've heard of Native.
Body
natural,
wash,
right?
Yeah.
all natural, fabulous product. You know what I see? They collaborated with Girl Scout cookies.
Stop.
Yeah,
Like for scents,
for scents. Like smell, not money.
not not native cookies.
What?
Not native cookies. It's,
No.
Okay.
It is native, and then you can get Samoa scent. You can get Thin Mint scent.
Done.
Which, how wild that producer John brought us all Girl Scout cookies, and then I pop up at Target and Native body wash scented with Girl Scout cookies. If you think I didn't buy one, you'd be dead wrong.
What scent? What scent?
Samoa.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
chocolate,
but what a
coconut,
crazy-
done. Caramel.
And it
What
smells
a crazy collaboration. I
bomb.
never would have thought of that.
You guys, it smells so good.
I might
Mind
need
you-
the Thin Mint, though. I bet that one slaps
This
heavy.
is not an ad, right?
No.
Do you guys think it's inappropriate to have sex while I'm pregnant?
I think it's a must, Lala. I'm not kidding. And the men that I've seen that are so wildly attracted to you. Just yesterday, someone who we both know, I won't name it here, we all know, I was talking to him, telling a story, and he was distracted. And I was like, and then in the middle of my story, he goes, I cannot stop thinking about having sex with Lala while she's pregnant.
What the fuck?
And I was like, and he was like, I just want her to use my body.
Well, that's
to
exactly
pleasure
what I would be
herself.
doing.
And I was
Because
like-
I've been pregnant before, and around the 5-6 month mark, no one and no corner is safe. Because literally, I remember being like, I could totally hump the side of that couch right now.
So you're like max horny, and men are max horny for you right now. It's wild.
This is such a fun conversation to have in front of my
Not
mom
for
and my
me.
brother.
No, can I tell you
and my
something?
unborn
She's
baby.
Can I tell you
Right,
something
humping a
else?
chair.
She, you know what? She could find a man tomorrow, and I'm telling you, she got a 3-page letter from a guy that sent it to our.
Okay, I don't think anyone thinks I'm hard up for men, you guys. Maybe
No.
they do. I don't know.
No, but he was
just need
selling
a hard-up
himself
man.
to
Stop
her.
it. Was
Like
he?
yeah, like
was he
and
a
mailed
good
it
sell?
in the mail.
Was he a good sell?
I didn't read it.
Did you, Lisa?
I
I
have
read
it by
parts
my
of it.
night. I'll read it. It's by my nightstand. I've been really busy.
Masturbating.
Yes.
No, she's
And
been
reading
busy.
an Ashley Flowers book.
No, she's been busy watching the stalkers that we have in our neighborhood. Is what she's.
Oh,
been
yeah,
doing.
let's jump into that. Anyway, the only reason why I brought up if it's appropriate to have sex while pregnant is because this native Samoa's scented soap smells so good that I feel like I need to lather myself in it and then be on top of a man.
As you should be.
So they can enjoy it. Anyway, moving on. Yesterday, we're driving to my house, okay? Now, Los Angeles, just in general, is like a hot spot for burglaries. Now, I went to our neighborhood watch meeting, and I learned that a robbery is when someone, like, you feel a direct threat from someone.
Okay.
And they usually have a gun, don't they?
No, it could
That's
mean that's an
Oh,
armed robbery. A robbery means just someone has approached you and your space is being threatened, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes. A burglary is where someone breaks into your home, breaks into your car, whatever, and steals from you when you're not home. So, yes, there are armed robberies and robberies happening, but the biggest thing all over LA, does not matter where you live, is burglaries. And they're happening at noon. They're happening at 7:30 p.m. They're happening bright and early in the morning.
It just
Birds
doesn't
are
matter.
chirping.
Full
it
on
doesn't.
break-ins.
It does not matter. And they are going straight to the primary bedrooms, cleaning out the closets, and they're out within 5 to 7 minutes, right?
They're looking for designer bags and jewelry.
Correct. So, after the neighborhood watch meeting, we had 2 LAPD, and because of the defunding of the police, which I don't know if you're for or against, it doesn't matter. No matter what, LAPD is down over 1,000 officers and hundreds of dispatchers, right? So are they going to go and respond to your designer bags that have been stolen, or are they going to go to the person who is a gunshot wound victim?
Right.
Right? They've got to really narrow down what is the most important and most life-threatening. So they said it's our responsibility to keep a lookout on the neighborhood. And I don't think
Neighborhood watch.
neighborhood watch. And I don't think they knew the
They
neighborhood when I arrived. But in a roundabout way at this neighborhood watch, people were asking it, the cop in a roundabout way, if someone breaks in, can I shoot them?
Yeah.
And in a roundabout way, the cop was talking about, so I said, what we're wondering is if someone breaks in, can we pop that fool?
You said that
Yeah.
in those words? Did
Yeah.
people laugh?
She used the word pop.
Okay, good. Good. Because I don't know what kind of neighborhood you live in. It could have been like a horrified.
I think a lot of
I
the
think
people
were
thinking,
shocked.
Pop.
I think people
We
were
have
shocked.
the best neighbors,
The
though.
best neighbors.
Best.
I got a few laughs. But then it was an uproar of, we want to know. Can we shoot him?
Oh, that's such a good feeling. Are you kidding?
And there's this 87-year-old woman who got broken into.
Okay.
And it was like midnight. She was home. And she said she flipped on the light and locked the door, and that must have scared them, but she didn't know. So the next day, she enrolled herself in
And the
gun
police came
classes.
right over.
Police came
because-
right away because someone was home. Now, if you're home and someone's in your home, they're coming immediately.
Okay.
It's when you come
Because
home
you're
and you
in
say
danger,
the
yeah.
window's broken and my bags are all gone, that it may take a little bit of time. I call right now and I say, I'm home and someone just broke in. They're going to be there like that.
Right.
But she's talking to us. It's after the neighborhood watch meeting. And she goes, let me tell you something. I have a gun now. The next person who breaks in, I'm shooting them dead. No.
Is this a movie?
Joke.
But you
You
know
have to
what?
write a script about it.
No,
I'm
it's-
not joking.
But
Please.
you know what? You
A
can if
TV
you
show
feel
called Neighborhood
threatened,
Watch.
You have
What?
every right to shoot.
Well,
but this
that's
is-
not true though. In California, you can actually get arrested.
Well, these cops were actively talking to us about.
You can
and
get.
you said if you feel threatened,
yeah.
If you feel
If you
threatened,
feel
shoot.
threatened.
if you feel threatened, yes. Keep in mind, y'all, I don't need this to be some political battle. This is just
Right.
what happened at the neighborhood watch meeting. I'm not telling you all to go buy guns. That's not what
and
I'm
we're
saying.
not telling people
And-
to shoot people.
And
No.
I'm not telling people, I'm just talking about a story that happened with a group of people where multiple burglaries
Yes.
had happened in a short period of time.
But let's get
and
to
the neighborhood's
yeah.
freaked out.
But let's
Anyway,
get to our
I'm driving
experience.
down. Well, we got 10 minutes. I'm going to get through it. I'm driving down our street. I see two cars. Keep in mind, they usually rent nice cars to
Throw
steal
it
from
off.
you.
Yeah.
We drive by. They're outside, smoking outside of their cars. No big
Mercedes.
deal. Mercedes and a Honda. And I'm like, I don't like this. There's something, because like, what are you doing? I don't understand why you're just camped out
Well,
here.
and they were zeroed in on us.
They were honed in on us. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a lap in the car and I'm going to drive back past because I want to see if there's license plates. Because the cop said if there's no license plates on the cars, you need to call us immediately.
Oh.
I drive past, license plates on both the cars. So I flip back around and go back to my house. Now they're laser focused on me.
Okay.
Laser focused for a few minutes. I get out of the car. He's watching my every move along with her. She gets into his car. They take off, leave the Honda behind. Okay? So I'm now warning the neighborhood because again, there's been burglaries. And I also call ADT. I said because I pay for this service where I can just have them do laps.
And this is an hour and a half they've been sitting there.
They've been there an hour and a half. By the time they jump in the car and leave, it was an hour and a half that I had been toying back and forth with what to do. So ADT makes a few laps. They pull back up like 10 minutes later in the Mercedes, and they're now closer to my house. And they're just sitting out there for, I want to say, another 10 minutes. Then they take off again. So I'm like, I want to see if they're like where they're going. So I do another lap and they're parked around the corner just sitting there. So now I'm feeling like very, very threatened. It was almost like, have you guys seen Griselda?
No, not yet.
By the way, nothing happens in this story
Okay.
except for me turning into Griselda after she took a hit of the crack pipe.
Which was what, paranoid?
Beyond paranoid, everyone is here to rob me, burglarize me, kill my dogs, and I'm not playing around.
Let me ask a question. So you're in your car. You don't get in your driveway and go into the house, right?
No, she does.
Because I was
Oh, I'm out
watching
there.
them. Is there a chance you are both neighborhood watching each other?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Because in the meantime,
that's what it
no,
feels like.
because in the meantime, I took our pit bulls on a walk because they needed their nightly walk
Okay.
and walked by them, and they were laser focused on me. And then I took Lily because Lily needed her walk,
Sure.
and my neighbor, who's the president of the neighborhood watch,
Yes.
joined me in the walk.
Because I warned her.
The president's a her?
She is, and she's badass.
Yeah.
Bravo.
And we got license plates.
Yeah,
yes,
we did.
you did.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't love you walking alone with a Lily.
My dogs
A
would
Lil-
never let anybody.
Lily?
Oh yeah,
Too?
Lily.
Okay.
I
No,
on
someone threatens me, those dogs are
well, those, yeah, but Lily, you
no.
might need
Lily's
the pitties
more
with 'em.
aggressive than the others with
Lily
strangers.
will tear you up from head to toe.
Really? Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
if
is
she
Like,
feels
I'm
threatened-
actually a little bit more nervous about people coming in when Lily's there than the pits. Because
pits are
now,
pretty chill.
Because now Lily's
rile up
a
Lily.
No.
crotchety old
Lily,
woman. You know?
And those are dangerous.
She does not have time.
But
Like
no,
she's
but
moving, and if you mess around, like she's
coming for
snarling.
ya.
Yeah, it's very strange.
but even the
I'm like, really,
pitties
where'd
the
the
other
dogs
day, the
come
pool
from?
guy came.
The pool,
The
yeah.
pitties wouldn't let them let him enter.
See, I
Yeah.
They
love
were like,
that.
"Ooh."
They did it in
And
Palm Springs too.
I did ask the cops. I said, is it a deterrent for people to break in if you have dogs? And he did say yes. He was like, most of the time, these people want easy access. They don't want anything to keep them from being in and out in less than 10 minutes.
They don't want a confrontation. by
And
any
they
Yeah.
don't want confrontation at all. Because if there is a confrontation and you actually get caught, I mean, you could serve like real prison time.
Yes.
You know, whereas if you just steal stuff, it's like a way lesser sentence. And because our jails are so crowded, it's like, we'll put you on probation. Don't do it again.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're just out here like living the dream again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robbing people blind.
Robbing people blind.
Yeah. My neighbor found all her stuff on eBay.
Stop it.
They certainly
Did
did.
she buy it back?
They're working on some
Well,
things.
I
It's
was
an
about to
active
say usually
investigation.
because you have when you put it on, you have to create an account, so they'll find out who that account who is selling the bag and hopefully trace it back to like a VPN or
Well, you guys know our friend Kevin. This was on TMZ, so I can say it. Over Christmas got
Rob.
robbed.
That's what I'm telling you because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It does not matter where you live in LA right now. Like, you better be buttoned up.
Yeah. And the guy wore his Nike Air Force Ones out of the house. And so now we keep a lookout for
First
any
Nike
guy
Air Force
with
Ones.
white Nikes to tell Kevin.
That's going to be hard because every man and woman and even their dogs are in Nike. I think Ocean has a pair of
Yeah.
Nike Air Force Ones. She's the suspect at large.
Same size feet as Kevin. Just kidding.
So just be
so
aware.
wrong.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
But I did when I was peeking over the fence and everything. I was like, "Wow, this is what paranoia feels like." It's
She
not
wouldn't
that
leave it alone.
fun. No, I wouldn't. They were moving, and I'd be like, "I need to check if they're here still." And I'd go out there in my flannel pajamas, hair a hot mess, just letting them know.
Marching out.
Yeah,
No, but you know what?
Hands on the hips.
The thieves,
Yeah.
they are casing homes.
they are casing.
Because they knew in the neighborhood who was home, who wasn't.
Oh, they
In
case.
and out.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Keep
We
your eyes
gotta get
peeled.
home.
And thank God for you guys in
Well,
the
we have
neighborhood.
somebody at the house right now.
We always do.
Oh, I don't leave. No, the house stays
Filled.
stocked with people, dogs, and ADT security.
Cameras are everywhere. Let me tell you, there's nowhere you can be in that house where you're not going to be fully caught on camera.
I got really lucky that came with the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, what an interesting podcast. Talked about pregnancy, Griselda taking a hit
Paranoia.
of crack pipe.
Are we aching relieving or no?
Let's ache and relief. Ache and relief. Who's
Ache
starting
and
us off?
relief.
Mom, do you
starting?
want to do ache and relief?
I think Easton and I have the same relief in
What
that
is it?
Governor Cox of Utah signed into order no more kill shelters. They're all no kill
Yeah.
shelters
Yeah.
Utah
Statewide. There we
Yeah.
go.
No.
No kill
Let's
shelter
go
in Utah.
Cox.
now. Governor Cox
Yeah,
is a rock
signed it.
star.
No, he
Governor
is.
Cox is a rock star.
That's
And you know
awesome.
what? I really, really love when I see Utah making the first move. Or the first of, even with the gay marriage
Yes.
sign off, we were one of the first states. So when people make fun of Utah, I can make fun of it because I'm from there,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
can make fun of my brother because he's my brother.
Right.
But when other people do, I'm like, let me break something down
No,
for you.
you
That
know what?
place is the bomb. So
It
I
is.
appreciate that being
Yeah.
You're
Relief.
really.
So there's
Your relief.
Yeah, they're all no kill. So
That's amazing.
Please applaud.
We already did, but we'll do it again.
And my ache is
All the other
Being s-
shelters that haven't followed suit.
yes, that is part of it. And, and the thieves everywhere that are
Thieves.
She says yes, that is part of it.
You know what
Yeah.
I say, Mom? We're like 50 Cent. I protect what I've got. I'm in the house with my blade.
Okay.
But really, just a lot of pit bulls.
Brat.
Brat.
You do have a blade though.
I do. In
You
my
just need
butcher's
a-
knife
cha.
thing.
You have
You've
a
got
machete.
a blade.
You do.
I do. I inherited a machete from my grandpa.
How
Anyway.
did I not get that?
Well, you're in line.
I love a good
Oh,
machete.
what? When she dies?
Okay, Jessica,
Get it for a
what's your ache,
Ache.
Easton?
Oh, mine
the
is
no kill.
everybody else Follow
Follow
suit,
suit.
shelters.
I agree.
Okay. I'm going to tie this back into the beginning of the episode. My ache and relief is the same. My relief is that I know the gender of Lala's baby. My ache is that the gender reveal can't come soon enough, but that's okay.
I'm so nervous.
I know.
My ache of the week is honestly just that I was nauseous again, and I haven't been nauseous really since I came out of my first trimester. That was a real buzzkill, and just like throwing up the in and out, that wasn't exactly ideal for the week. But whatever, we shook it off. My relief is that my TV is hung in my bedroom now,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling very cozy.
Good.
I can watch Seinfeld before bed. Me and my womb really appreciate a good Seinfeld episode before we go to bed.
She'll say me
Feeling
and my
like
womb,
home.
but not with child, you know? Me and my womb.
I like I'm with child way more.
Me and my unborn child really enjoy a nice chuckle before bed. You guys, thank you so much for listening to another
Whoa.
another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, we have bonus episodes every Monday, audio and video drop the same day. And you can watch this video on YouTube for this episode on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you. I love you. Happy hump day. Catch you next week.